Hello, am I live now? Ah, I was literally just figuring out, I'm not live and all. Let me clean my spectacles and then we'll start. Let me know if you guys can hear me well, if I'm live or no, if anyone's in the chat. Otherwise, I'm just gonna take a moment to post on social medias that I'm live. People can join. Oh, is there anyone in the chat? Either way, I'll just start because I also want this to be a video for me to watch later. Or actually, I can edit it as well later, so I'll just wait. Wait, why can't I add link on Instagram? Oh, there you go. Okay, I'll just start either way. Hi guys, if you join, I'm just about to start, so you have missed nothing. Today we're gonna be VOD reviewing NAOS versus VLT.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about...
Wait, why can't I hear the sound of this for some reason?
Especially with the explosive performance they've already had so far at Ascension. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about what
You guys can hear the video and my voice clearly, right?
Play as well, right? They've got their own little identity that they're coming through with this breach and the
Okay.
chamber, of course.
So now starts in a Eurulog setup, like an attack. Very common for pistol rounds or like even in general defaults. Chamber got sent back with the Vice Flash. I think they also invested a Euro blind. Let's see. No, they didn't invest a Euro blind. They just invested like a Recon and a Vice Flash. So he got spotted. He got TP'd back. Okay.
And of course, just while we are in this pistol as well, you're not going to see them change things.
You're just gonna take the space. That's good.
They got into playoffs. They want the better seed. They don't need to change anything, but they want to just drill in what they've got here to be.
Good reaction from VLT here. Because there's, I think it's their pre-decided pistol where Chamber will just, if they go away, he will just give up space, play retake, and D3 will just trade space in return. What NAOS is trying to do, he initially sent back Chamber, and now basically 1 second. Let me adjust my cam. Yeah, basically they're gonna throw a lurk smoke and then they're just gonna go away.
Very important battle.
I think the problem here is that we are throwing a lurk smoke, but we're not putting in enough pressure, in my opinion, you know. And this is a good lurk smoke. Let me also like just start my game, so I'll show you guys later like what's the purpose of the lurk smoke. I think it's still okay. I think it's still okay. He opened the door. We have the lurk smoke. Fate gets punished. We know 3 are here. Basic reaction that of taking A. Good, one player is going from 3. Okay. Now VLT is just grouping up for the retake. Now the reason why Neon decides to lurk from B here, because their idea is that they're just gonna connect in this space. So Neon is just gonna lurk like this. And Omen have this flash ready for them. So this is their NAOS post plant. Some teams like to have post plant towards heaven, but it's also good to have the post plant towards here sometimes, because this post plant is like very common. And I think on its contact, Yoru is gonna play. Okay, this is what currently NAOS is doing. But the one problem which I see here is they want to connect with Neon like this. Okay, but Vice is basically disconnected. See, since Neon is lurking here, Fade is out of the picture, we know no one's coming flank, right? And since Neon is going beam in, he can also connect with Vice here very easily. Let me also check. Yeah, so Vice and Neon can easily connect in this spot if they are fighting from E-Link, you know. But Vice is already posted here. What Vice can also do, he can just simply go here with Yoru as well, you know. I think this way also they can just connect. But him being here basically leaves only Yoru to like take the fights, and he's basically AFK on the map right now. So that's not a good thing. And if you see, like, we take the flash, but only one player is fighting. Unfortunately, Mojer missed the shots here as well, so he was not able to like kill anyone. But just because we only had one player and he died, so there is like no delay anymore. VLT is just so free to go. I think Nakia here made the best decision to fight for the space, because if he doesn't fight, if VLT gets the space very easily, it's just, you know, this lurk is just completely wasted then. So he's just trying to get 1 or 2 kills here. So, or even if he gets 1, they get delayed a bit, Neon can just come here and get 1 or 2 kills, you know. So I'll say blunder that PTC was not ready, the Vice was not ready to fight with them, but a good reaction from Nakia. But unfortunately he gets punished there. And now PTC is just too late, he's just not connected at all. It's okay, unlucky. They also just missed the shot, so you know, it didn't went in the best way for them. I think in second round there's not like much to watch, but I'll quickly show you guys something like the lurk smoke that NAOS did. Oh wait, I have to go Omen.
30 seconds left.
I survived obliteration. I will survive.
So the idea here is there are 2 info lines in C, okay? Or teams usually play in 2 layers, where initially they will try to like hold this information, but if this information is denied from them, they'll automatically just fall back and they'll play the second info line. So basically they know if the opponents are still crossing or no, you know, and this is very important. So this lurk smoke basically just denies that information completely. So that was like a, this is basically the idea of lurk smoke. Okay, let's move forward. If you guys have any questions, you can just ask as well in the chat. I have my chat open. Let me see if yeah. Also, if you guys can just let me know if everything is clear, audible and all. From Velocity, they're just fighting for Siemens space. This is also like really good. Why this is good is because this is long range duels, you know, so you can just keep the space, and if they go B, you can just kind of pinch, open the door and fight long range here as well. As you can see, Rossi is just positioning himself like far, like this. So it's like long range duels. A, they're just not forcing it. also because there's like a lurk smoke. I think forcing and fighting when there's a lurk smoke like up close is not good. Plus the plan was all either way to just have like heavy control over here. But like just a counter, if you do want to hold a space, if there's a lurk smoke from opponents, you can always just take a one-way smoke here. So there's like, you know, they cannot peek and you can just hold like this. So let's say something like this. So yeah, either way, Velocity just had this pinch. I think this worked out pretty well for them. Let's see. Now it just gets shut down. So far, NAOS understands that they are playing heavy BNC, you know.
In the whole tournament before today, up there though is Xavi, right? He is sitting like.
But this is the buy round, so let's see. I mean, they have VLTs on bonus, NAOS on buy. Let's see what happens here. Okay, we take basic C's. We take, I mean, smoke. One TP here. Rossi's playing alone in C. Okay, this is also a good rotation from Breach. This is usually how you you should be playing Breach comps, you know. Let me just put NAOS aside for a bit. So the idea here is you take main control, you leave Omen on the info line, okay, like this or like this. Usually Omen will be here, okay, and then Breach should be the first rotator always, like literally always. Why? Because if they're going C, he can easily help him with the utils, you know, and at the same time Breach can just start an A-link with the stun. This is like very easy to take. And the fade shouldn't be the first rotation because fade need to like re-clear B-main, and B-main is a very important area in Lotus, you know, if you're rotating, because if you don't have B-main, you always have this. Let's say fade rotates first and we don't have B-main info, you know, since we don't have KJ turret as well, you always will be clueless of what the opponents can do. They can open door, sell a fake, go see, you know, your rotations would basically be paranoid always. So fade should always be the B re-clear player, and Neon basically is feel free to either rotate C or go B main and make some plays like this, you know. So that's basically how it works. Screen bang, can't see word. Oh, thank you, man. I forgot. Oh, sorry. Yeah, basically what I was saying is the setup that VLT is playing here is really good, or this is basically how this comp is played, where Breach is usually, you know, here for the first rotation, you leave Omen here and then Breach will just rotate so he can help fast, and Fade is usually the re-clear for B-main with the Prowler, and then Neon can just do anything, you know, on the map. Plus in the previous round what I was saying, if let's say you're trying to fight A and the opponents do the lurk smoke and it's their eco, by the way, if it's anti-eco for you, usually you should not try to fight up close here, you know, you should just go for like a one-way smoke here and you can just hold it. But either way, VLT had a setup where they just fought for C main in the second round, giving a summary for you guys, because it's NAOS's eco, so they just fought for long ranges here. They had like a stack setup in B as well, so if they go B, they can just open door and just fight long range here like this, you know, and they just trap like this area like this. So that was the second round. The third round, like I told you, Breach rotation player, Chamber playing C, they're taking A, Omen TPing on top. Okay, we know it's Marshall, we take the control. Yoru is staying here. I think he'll try to lurk later. I think Yoru lurk is really strong on this map, like in attack, especially in this composition. So what VLT is gonna do now, let's see. Okay, we use both our Prowlers, we got C. Now basically we're just trying to still fight this, which is good. Now VLT doesn't know what's happening on the map. SK Rossi, I think, could have escaped when he know like two Prowlers are used. Usually when it is when, like, you know, opponents are just executing. Like he committed fight, he didn't had any TP as well, and that cost VLT this space as well.
Great opening from Zan though, finding SK Rossi very, very quickly. Now Moja trying to drop lightning
Good play by
fast, will
NAOS.
be able to do it for
So
free.
they're basically gonna, okay, so this is a very good post plant by NAOS, okay? Let's see.
It's a nice round so far from now.
The reason why this post plant is really good, because they are basically in positions like this. Like, we are fighting from so many angles. So Omen is here, Fade is on top. On Fade's contact, Omen's gonna paranoia like this, you know. Yeah, basically when VLT come here, they have to like fight in so many angles, you know. That's why this is like really, really good. And let's see what happens here.
Now Russ is going to be the first to take point.
You see, they just
Rotation
paranoia.
in very, very quickly. Already through waterfall. Now Russ is going to be the first to take point here, trying to drop Zan, but it's a
Really good
current
post
clear.
plant by
Clean
NAOS.
from Narc. Yeah, Damara with one.
I mean, this did happen out, so they're going to be able to get on show.
Next round.
Good. Now we get to see really what Velocity have for us with the rifles in there.
All right, VLT again. Okay, so
On the operation,
this is a very good thing by NAOS.
rifles in their possession. SK Rossi on the
So what they're doing is they took like the closed smoke and they just flash out of it because they just get the space. Let me actually just display capture, you know, like I don't care if you guys see anything. I mean, there's nothing. So yeah, you can just take the smoke. This way you get the space to get up close. You do like a Euro blind or something and you just fight up close, you know, like this. So I think NAOS did that like multiple times and it was like really, really good.
Moja already doing a hell of
So
a lot
Euro can in like literally alone send these guys back, you know.
HP, and he has to
Now I think NAOS is planning to reclear A.
cope with SK Rossi.
Okay, so they have like B pressure as well and they just walk up, walk up A.
They pulled away completely and rotated to B. A is open.
And VLT is just planning to react B.
2 HP. Javi getting a little bit pressured at the moment.
Utility.
Okay,
Hey,
so I have a problem with this from NAOS. If we really wanna fake here, you know,
2 HP.
we need to take the lurk smoke. NAOS did that pretty well in the pistol round, but in this round they didn't do it. Like as I told you guys before, this is how this map, this site is played. Hello bhaiya, kitne dinon baad? Yeah man, long time. So this is how they're gonna play the first info line, and if you deny them there, they're just gonna go back and they're just gonna have the second info line. Now this guy is not gonna be faked. He's literally just be alone here in this position, and his team will be stacking towards B and A unless you deny this, right? So now if they really wanted to pull rotations B and C and they want to like walk up A, they basically need to throw like a lurk smoke here, you know, like this. So this way this guy have like no info in C, and if Yoru does like a clone here, now it's like much more believable, and he also won't get punished like this.
Moment.
Utility though. The C's is going to allow
But
it
NAOS
to
did get A side, you know.
longer. However, SK Rossi's found
Let's see if
ways
they're
to process.
still able to capitalize on this space.
Over towards breakable, but Damara is going to be the one to try and at least lock into that position. But I think they're going to play it wise. They're going to play the full.
Okay, I think I have a problem with NAOS's post plant here.
Reach available is going to
Alright, so what we are doing, we planted for main, which is a good thing. Okay, and
right. Fault line will eventually come back.
we are playing
At
out.
that point, the aftershock thing
But the problem here is that if
tree, so they're not playing
like this is the problem in my opinion. PTC have a like Thorn, okay, he can literally just Thorn upper and he can just buy time for his team, right? And if they're like fighting upper, we can easily react to stairs. But for some reason he just goes to like take the fight without his Thorn, without any delay, and he dies and they just get the site for free, right? Second problem is us being only here. The thing is, even like what they're gonna do, they're usually just gonna smoke this, okay, if they know, okay, this is a main plant, or they're gonna smoke this, right? Either way, it's gonna be very hard for you to win this. Why? Because they just have to fight like one angle like this. That's a problem here. But Xavi, yeah, we just takes the stairs angle, which is good. He hears like 3 people going there, so he takes this. So this is a good position by him. Good adjustment. But I think the round is already thrown because we gave like 2 duels or 2 kills, which we shouldn't have. As you can see, okay, so VLT did a one-way smoke. That's also a good thing, you know, because they saw the main plant, and yeah, we's just here, so we have like 2 angles to fight from now. So that's a good thing. But yeah, we good adjustment. but not gonna help because we are already
Obviously not exactly
like 2 men down.
Nucky are able to drop, but Madeline does manage to get it to half here.
Some strong retake from SK Rossi on that chamber. Just hold
Konnichiwa, konnichiwa. Welcome to the stream.
the overdrive potentially, but
Certainly are.
Mojo
Okay, let's see what happens in this round.
now in the new buy of NAOS.
VLT. Oh, that's really unlucky.
Commit himself
He tries to take a space, but he dies. Unlucky.
the overdrive potentially.
We are helping Vice to take the beam in space. We have no C pressure. Did we do the I? I think we did the recon there, right? Yeah, we did the C recon just for pressure. We did the crawler. We killed Neon.
Absolutely obliterate tomorrow to start.
This is a good smoke.
Talking all week.
So the idea here is that you just smoke B main, you let the Vice lurk. I mean, you do the prowler, so they will think maybe the core is there, you know, or 2 or 3 people are there. The smoke now, since this guy can just break the trap, now this creates like multiple angles, as you can see. 1 angle, 2 angle, 3 angles, you know. So this guy can just have so many options. He don't have to really play, but it's enough to make opponents paranoid, you know, that they have to watch this. So this is good.
And so far, Komodo, about how having
But
fun has
again,
been such a big moment.
what Russ is doing is also good here.
A little bit too
First, VLT have the C main control, okay? So they open the door and they see no one in B main. That's a good information. What Russ is doing, since there is no one B main, he's basically just trying to react. Now there is something which I don't like about what VLT did here, so I'll talk about that. We reclared B main, okay? We know there's no one B main. What does that mean? Where the opponents are? So maybe it's a comm gap, or I don't know exactly. But Damara is out of the picture. We have this smoke, okay? We open the door. We see no one in B main. Russ can easily see that the smoke faded away, so there's like no one. All should be here, right? Because there's no one C as well. So if you try to fight for this zone, okay, you're basically fighting into like 4 people, which is, in my opinion, like not the wisest decision, as you can see. But at the same time, they managed to get 2 kills, right? How did they manage to get 2 kills? Like, what's happening, right? I think it's NAOS's fault, because they have 4 players here in this location, but at the same time, only 2 people are peeking like together. You see, only 2 people are fighting that area, and other 2 are just kind of AFK on the map. Like, you know, we just fought this too early. At least 3 people should be like peeking, and 1 person should be just holding rebel, or at least this. Even if 2 people are holding rebel right and left, the 3rd person should be kind of like this, you know, so he can insta peek. He was like, I think, a little bit far as I can see. Yeah, see, he's just jumping up and he's not even ready to peek with them. Or maybe it's a miscomm that they hear him like kind of like giving like warning shots, so they peeked, you know. But yeah, still it got traded. It's equalized scenario right now. Let's see what happens. VLE is in a 3v2 spot, so it's still advantage for NAOS. They know Vice should be aiming because he showed the beam in pressure. Now I like this from NAOS. They are basically just connected with each other. It's like the Vice don't have to fight, you know. He just basically look at this for them, you know. And if no one's come here, they go side or they tap the bomb, you know. He can just activate himself, or he can even just play for like jiggle like this, or like off angle, you know. Basically he just don't have to die. That's the protocol here. Or if they want, they can just go from tree and just connect with PTC here as well as 3. Okay, so this is bad from Yavi. He didn't have to like peek that. Like, he opened the door for pressure, it's good, but he didn't need to peek that. Look, he's just peeking alone here. He doesn't even have like his Vice close. So we just gave like a free duel here. And now they know Yavi is here, so I mean PTC is here. He get flashed. Good thing he fell back. He's just buying time. It's all on Yan now if he can kill. For today, VLT and NAOS, but I can review the boom game as well.
lightning fast, going down. Xander's trying to
So
get
yeah,
up into the phase
yeah, and
field.
killed here, so that's a good thing. But now I think, yeah, we just threw here
Oh, there was
in
a
this
good
position.
moment. I looked right. The break. And they're in some safe
Yeah,
hands
see what
here.
happens in this round.
Now they'll look to tie things
We're going for the 4A take.
less of
Okay, so this is good from
safe hands
NAOS
there.
again.
Now they'll look to tie things up in the little left
So they're taking insta flash with Yoru.
hands of Zan.
Really good flash to counter Hopper because they know SK Rossi have ult, right? And they're doing this recon. This recon is really good, you see? This basically spots the Hopper. So it's a good recon to do against Hopper.
Little less of velocity. Spotting out once more
But
by SK Rossi.
it's also a good reaction from Velocity. Now let's understand what's happening, okay? Like, why did Velocity play in a setup like this? Basically because NAOS have Fade ult, they have Yoru ult, okay? Also they have Omen ult and Eon ult, right? So they have 4 ults. So they can easily stomp any site with their ults, right? Now, how would you counter that? How would you plan against that, right? Usually teams, what do? They just fight for orb area, especially if the opponents have breach ult, okay? So we fight for orb area so that these guys don't get the position to activate their ults, okay? Like this. They don't get the position to activate breach ult or anything. Because if you don't give them this location, like, you know, they'll have to fight hard for that. And you just have enough time to rotate as well, right? But in this scenario, they have like Omen ult as well. They have Fade ult, they have Neon ult. So VLT just chose to fight as 4. So they don't get the space, you know? Now, what if they don't go A? What if the opponents are now says not going A, right? VLT also have a solution for that. So if we don't go A, that means if NAOS don't go A, they go C, they can get the site easily with their ults. So this guy basically will just play for retake and they will just flank. So this is also like a very pretty basic counter for ults. But at the same time, if we also have breach ult, we can just rotate from CT as well. So we have 2 options. If we have ult, we can just rotate and we can just use the breach ult for the retake, you know, or we can flank, which is still fine with what VLT did. And they didn't have breach ult, so that's the only option they have here. Flanking, and that's pretty good, right?
Out once more than SK Rossi is again.
PTC just got punished,
This is going to be awkward. Damara does get
but
one
we
with that.
okay, so this is a good
Tie things up in the
strat from NAOS as well.
velocity.
They have Omen ulting here.
Rossi is again at this seat line.
He flashes CT,
Awkward. Damara does get one, but with that
and then
force, SK Rossi has
we
to
just get the
connect
side.
up the shots.
Now, since we know 3 people are flanking, or Vice said that 3 people are flanking, basic reaction from NAOS to take CT, you know,
The first onto SK Rossi.
which is good.
Large rotation coming all the
And
way
now
through.
since they have Fade ult,
Quickly can Velocity get here?
like, so Fade went here just for info. He like took info for waterfall. They know, okay, they're going flank, so they just go here.
Retake is happening from the mount.
So now the reason why, yeah, we initially placed himself here, you know, so let's say PTC is out of the picture. They are taking CT, you know, and the reason why he's here, so that if the opponents are fighting for waterfall, he can basically just position himself for a crossfire here, you know, so that's a good crossfire. Or he can position himself like this. But since you know waterfall is clear, opponents are going flank, he basically just went CT with them. And now they're just gonna play on Fade's ult.
Now take full holds control.
For VLT, this is a like they just took it very fast, which is really good. And also since they are kind of pinched here, you know, and anyone can just go late and try to kill them. So now their counter should be just to flank, which they are doing. And as you can see, Omen was going with Nakia to actually take CT and waterfalls, but at the same time, as VLT was so fast retaking that they just
About to say, this is quite
he just went back to fight with these guys, you know, and they just let Nakia lurk again. I mean solo.
a choice for them. They're going to have to try and
Your world, Fade ult,
Already Russ is ready on the distance.
but Nakia gets punished.
How good he was already finding that lurk. Nakia, Mojo getting a couple more, but it's still a
So
2-2.
good reaction from VLT, good
What are you gonna be able to
pace,
do in this position?
not wasting any time.
Creeping on in, Russ. for the aftershock.
This shows that they know what they're doing, you know. They have a clear picture in the mind.
That defuse, can he hit the shot? Can he connect?
Ayush,
Done well.
you can send your message again. I cannot see.
Not enough time.
Distracted, I
Has not been
think.
able to live up to his-
Okay, next round, 3-3.
There's just the drift to contain everything that now
So they're gonna go back to the Yoru Lurk default in A with Outlaw,
economy of velocity quite
because
handily
VLT is like basically on
at the moment.
eco. Wait, did NAOS win the round? I think NAOS win the round. Okay, never mind.
as well. Enough time.
Yeah, NAOS won the round.
But the aftershock
So
just
yeah,
to try and hold them back for a little while longer. He does pick up another, and now into that defuse. Can he hit the shot?
no time. So good ult usage from NAOS.
Adjustments as the reset the
That's what's happening.
of velocity quite handsomely at the moment.
Euro went outlaw. They have no eco.
Get a cheeky thrifty to come on through.
They take the C control slow. VLT is basically just stacking, leaving SK Rossi alone.
Thrifty to come on through. We have had our fair share of those over the course.
I also don't like SK Rossi playing alone. You know, it's basically if you are gonna play against better teams, you know, if Chamber is playing alone, he'd have no delay, you know, like for example, what delay can Chamber really do, you know? Opponents are just gonna be aware of your positioning, you know, they're just gonna use utils, clear you off, and when you TP, you have nothing else. Why? Because you need to put your TP for your teammates in B-min, and even if you put your TP here, it's basically of no use, no delay, like no delay at all. So he needs to play with someone who can help him to basically re-peek. Let's say we can counter flash, so he can take another peek. So now since, or he can just basically play here with a flash, so when they open the door, they're going, we can just have like a flash, you know, so he can delay. But this is in general, I'm not talking about this round. This round VLT just chose to stack, but in general what I've seen that SK Rossi is playing alone, not every round, but a lot of rounds, which like I said, you know, a good team can just punish very easily. Yeah, so the this way you can just force opponents to use more utils in the close area, so when they go side they will have less utils, you know, and when they play post plant they will have even less utils. So that's basically the idea. SK Rossi usually playing alone just gives up a lot of space, but in this round it's fine. Okay, we get the A space. We just go A, simple. We use this taunt, which is also good. This is also good that we are not going from tree, because usually it's a close range. Opponents can have buckies, you know. This is also good smoke. So the smoke is let me tell you something about this smoke, okay? When should you take this smoke and when should you be taking one-way smoke? It's also very important to know. Puni murderer, teach me master, I will pay you once I start making money. You make a lot of money already, I know that. You watched today's match? No, I was in team practice. I will watch it later. I can make a stream about that as well. But for now, let's discuss about this smoke, these two smokes. If you are executing from this space, okay, like this, now you are threatened from multiple angles. For example, this angle and this angle, right? If you're not going tree heavy, okay, the tree guy will usually just comes late, right? So taking this smoke is good, because if you take one-way smoke, you have basically an extra angle to die from, you know. So that's why it's just good to have this smoke. But if you're going heavy from tree like this, and if you have, let's say, someone else going from here or Omen going from here, right? In this scenario, it's basically just good to have this one-way smoke. Why? Because, you know, it's not really creating extra angles for us. Plus, it helps us to take side and then clear upper. Like you see, we can pinch upper like this. So we can play in a post plant like this. So that's why this one-way smoke should be done when you're executing from heavy tree. If you're going from main, then this smoke should be done.
They go into the site as well. You gotta be careful when this rolling thunder and full set of utilities are available. I mean, look how much velocity you have to this.
And you see, since they're not taking the drop area because they went from main, they're just choosing to fight for this left area.
Gonna get straight in. Does still have the buck.
Okay, so now again have a problem in their post plant here, and I'll come to that. Let's watch the round first. Okay, so the problem is kind of the same. Now really not spreading up in the post plants. Okay, the way they're playing post plant is literally this. Okay,
When this rolling thunder and full set.
VLT, they're just gonna isolate them with the smoke if they're going upper. That's what they did, you know, or they can even isolate them like this, or the one way like we discussed earlier, right? The problem here is that you only have these two angles to fight from, and there is like no uncertainty or no pressure from tree or from this angle, right? The problem is that this player should be playing here, you see. So when they're going out, you don't have to really peek, you know, or at least he can just stay outside, and when they're just going out, he can just open the door and just create pressure or just let go and try to kill them from here, you see. And this way we can just fight them from 3 different angles, 1 2 3. See, so this is what NAOS I think did wrong here, and that's why, as you can see, VLT got the site for free, although VLT also had like good retake, like good stun there, Damara.
Straight in. Does still have
And okay, so I just noticed this, I didn't notice this before. I'm gonna teach you something, okay?
on towards the beat.
Let's just watch the round. You see, Breach just ulted, NAOS is crumbling, you know,
Making it awkward. Damara.
and they just defused. Now Nakia did something, okay? Let me just quickly bring the bomb.
I have the spike.
Let me tell you guys, if you guys don't know this, you are defusing the bomb in a wrong way, okay? So the bomb is planted here. What you guys usually do, you usually will just go and just defuse the bomb like this, right? What Nakia did, he like literally grabbed the bomb from the very edge, okay? Like literally going like this and then turning around. And the reason why this is good, because your head is here now. You see, the opponents are just gonna spam here, but your head is actually so far. So that's what Nakia also did, and that's why he got beautiful ninja defuse there. Very good.
Defused, and he's found it. There is no way this has just occurred. What?
And the plant was also good. I had planted in the wrong way, but they planted here in this position. Exactly. So there is only one way to defuse, either this or what Nakia did, you know. So they can spam it from here, from this angle, and from this angle as well. So plant was good from NAOS, but no one was playing tree. That was the problem.
The charge in it, that was a thing to make. For now, really come out with Cotton now is good value on the steel garden in a round such as
Okay.
two. Early on in the piece still, as Rubble is full contest from both teams. This too. Early on in the piece still, as
This is a good take by NAOS. Let's see what's happening.
Garden in a round such as this too. Early on in the piece still, as Rubble is full contest from both teams.
Damara gets
Very
punished.
quick there as well. Naki actually managing to find both of them. Damara and Russ taken down immediately. Two very impactful.
Is still Garden in itself. Gonna put some good value on the steel garden.
I think 2 people should not force this if you know they're like taking it fast. I think forcing this is not the best. Also, I think I didn't talk about that round. I'll quickly go back because that was also important. Where VLT fought for like this space. Let me go back. What round was that? Where Nakia died unluckily, you know. You know. I mean, not Nakia, Damara. Yeah, this round. So in this position, you know, instead of fighting for this space, Tamara is out of the picture. We have 2 players playing in C main, you know. We have the information in B main. They're not there. So we're not gonna get pinched, right? So if it's commed properly, instead of fighting for this zone, we should go back and then we should just fight for tree or try to delay tree. Basically how Lotus works is we should always try to deny them the most aggressive space. So first priority would be to deny them this. If they're able to get this, we try to deny them orb. This is the second most aggressive space. But again, to fight this, we need either like this smoke, so we can isolate this space, or we need 3 people. You know, we also need 3 people and we also need the smoke basically, you know, to deny the space. The third rule is if we don't have 3 people, you know, we cannot fight for this space because there are, let's say, 4 people, you know, we can simply go back and just fight for 3 like this and just wait for our rotations, you know, like this. And if our rotations are still not there, we try to just delay them, you know, because now they have to struggle or use utils to like fight for this space. Then basically we just fall back and play for retake if our rotations are not there, you know. So it works like that, but here they fought for the wrong zone despite having the B-main info. So yeah, let's go back to the current round. Where were we? Were we in this round? Okay. Yeah, I think fighting this as two when you know they're fighting, like, in my opinion, it's not the best.
Very quick there as well. Naki actually managing to find both of them.
Okay, lightning fast rotated. Rossi's taking the space, which is also good. I think they spotted Wise as well. Did Wise made any sound? No, actually he's just taking space because, you know, when they go A, there's like no one holding C. Yeah, forcing is bad, yes. They don't have enough people and utilities to fight that, you know. I think utilities they have, but not enough numbers.
So despite winning that previous round on the Thrifty, you know, so far they've already lost 2 of these weapons. Now looking to do what they can here, lightning fast.
Okay, so what I don't like, actually no, it's fine. I'll come back to this. This is good from NAOS.
What can you do here, my friend? Well, the answer is, you know, so far will be Moja. The Madeline. What can you do here, my friend? Well, the answer is nada.
Okay. So usually when you execute, okay, you want to make sure that you go from 2 angles, okay? Let's say 5 people are executing, you would just have 3 people or 4 people go from this angle, and 1 person should pinch the site from the here, you know. So basically you're pinching this area like this, right? Because if you all go from this angle, now they can basically fight us from these angles. They can go back, open the door, you know, which will be bad for us. But in this scenario, now it's already killed 2 people, so most likely, you know, there is max to max 1 person on the side, and they just don't want to risk 1 pair going here, you know. So I think this is their protocol. 2 people dead. Let's just smoke this and let's just take the space like this, which was right, and yeah, they won the round pretty well. Timeout. Next round. Again, an eco from VLT. We go and take the A space with Vice Flash. We are fighting for like the long range. Okay, so I remember what happens this round. So this is also a really good thing to do when you're playing against ecos, okay? What you would do, you would usually just let 1 player search. So 3 people, they're just making a bit pressure and taking the space slowly, like long range, you know, like this. We get the space here, and now basically we just let 1 player search, and other guy will just stay there for if he can trade, you know. Yeah, we let him poke, we let him open door, we let him go and find info, and based on his info we just react. If he sees 3 people already there, we go see. If he sees no one, you know, he can try to keep taking space, or like he can just hold. They can try to double fight here, you know, just keep searching for more information. And we won't execute C. Why? Because we know we spotted no one in A, they might have a stack in C, you know. So that's how this searching thing works. As you can see, he just opened the door, he ran back for any trap possibilities, you know. I think he's gonna open the door again, and then VLT is just gonna show their trap. Yeah, as you can see, he opened the door again. You see, he spotted like multiple people, but at the same time they got 2 kills, so they're just calling them back. But if Yoru died, he would have just called them to go see. Okay, do they know that 2 people are holding backside? There's also, they're doing pretty well. They're just connected, you know, they're not going alone. That's very good from NAOS. Okay, Russ gets 2 kills. That's crazy. But I don't think Rossi can do anything in this scenario. Yeah. Okay. Again, now VLT have good economy. NAOS knows there's an op in the play, so they do this recon again, you know. And this wall is also pretty good. It's basically the same idea which I told you guys earlier, where we took the smoke and then we flashed through it, you know, to counter the op. But this time they're basically just taking neon wall and they're taking this recon. So this recon basically spots the opper. So whenever you know there's an opper, you do that recon, and if someone's here or he's running back, he cannot hide from recon. And the spotted woman here, you can see. Okay, I don't like this from NAOS. They basically did the same play again, okay, and this was very predictable. And they did that before, they didn't need to repeat their strat there. And that's why they got punished there. They failed, good fallback from Rossi and lightning fast, not overcommitting, you know. And they were also aware, if you see SK Rossi was already aware for that Omen ult play. He was in the position to counter that. But again, good reaction from NAOS. The thing is, first they are on numbers disadvantage, okay? Less opponents have failed. So they're basically just fighting CT. Trying to go for aggressive for a trade. Plus another reason, they lost their Omen. So if they lose their Omen, the best post plant util smokes and flash is just no longer there, you know. So they basically there's no delay, there's no space for you to plant, no space for you to play post plant. Plus we don't have a B lurker, so anyone can basically pinch us very easily, you know, because Wise was going here. If let's say Wise was B main already in this play, I think they could have just not pushed CT and just kept this space. But since Wise was not B main, they decided to go CT like this and take space. And good trade from PTC there, you know. He threw the so he threw the Thorn. They're basically just playing for good delay here. This is what went wrong. Basically Yan just lost his duel. I think can't do anything about that, you know. I think if he just, and that was a pretty good off angle. You see, Damara was just not watching him. He just missed the shot. That's all. Unlucky. And then Damara is just not caring about Thorn and he just slides and kill. They counter fade ult to secure the round. Good night, watch. I'll watch tomorrow. Good night, bro. Thank you so much for joining. We fade ult, we retake. Yeah, this round is basically done for now. Okay, next round. Taking him in control, recon. Okay, I think this is now a set play round. Yeah, this is set play. They have your world. Okay. Let's see what happened. So they basically, I think, did a flash here. Yes, they did a flash and recon in C for pressure, and also they did the lurk smoke. And basically they just walked B. You see, this lurk smoke forced Rossi to play in this position and have basically just two players here, right? Let me put everyone back to their positions. Okay, we take the lurk smoke, we take the recon, we take the flash. Yeah, we take the op recon because we want to clear this deep angle. Now we are walking B main and we are basically just showing them a fake B execute again. And three people are just going. Okay, again I have a problem with this, but I'll tell what happened. As you can see, Damara almost got faked by this. He was rotating A, or he was about to. Actually no, he was not about to. Or was he? Yeah, he was about to rotate. Yes. See, the problem here is PTC was not connected with them and they were not going alone. You see, they are very disconnected in A, and Rebel was the problem because you did this, okay, and now you have like two players going here. Yoru ulting you, and with that we flash here, right? And because of that we don't have any smoke, like not even lurk smoke here, you know. So we basically, the rubble is gonna be a problem, because if someone's rubble, it's gonna be hard to clear that, right? Unless we had a lurk smoke, you know, which we didn't take because we took it in B. So, and PTC, it was a good angle for him, like the good off angle he knows. That's why they weren't together. Damara punished one, Madeline killed second, and they just got punished. Good kills from Velocity.
Naki will find that dark cover down for
PDC needs to work a little bit better here.
earlier.
But it's still a 2v2. Why? Because they just traded equally. Okay, I think Madeline forced fight this, overfought this. I think he shouldn't have. Okay, so this is also a common blunder. Or maybe he think he was getting pinched or something. But he just forced the trade, you know. I think Damara going for that kill was completely fine. And he called 1 HP, 1 HP. I think that's why he forced the trade. But yeah, unlucky really. But in general, you don't have to force the trade. If your teammate dies, just fall back and just stay alive. Because the opponent is just gonna be so ready, you see. He just killed your teammate. He knows there is like no pressure in these two angles or even this angle. The only place he's gonna move his crosshair is this angle. And now basically he's just ready for you, you know. So forcing the trade is just not the right option in these scenarios. Unlucky, I think he was just going for the body shot. But I think still the retake was good from VLT. And also PTC is 1 HP. Unlucky that Nakia died. And VLT is playing together, not going in solo. Lightning Fast is just waiting. That's a good thing. Very good. Okay. Rossi is again playing. Okay, so this is a push. Now, surprisingly, usually if you have breach, you would use your breach for the push, right? But no, VLT actually cooked something very well. They just took Damara stun, which is again common stun. He would just... Neon, where's Neon?
30 seconds left. Not bad.
He basically just run like this, right? I think he's turned like this, so it's like... Yeah, I think he's turned like a bit like this. Yeah, that's a good stun. And then they seized that middle portion, which stun is not covering. And Lightning Fast is ready for this flash, which is really, really well, okay? And Russ, bro, he's just exploiting B. He knows NAOS. This is a pattern as well, you know. NAOS doesn't have much B main presence. They usually leave B main very weak, you know. And he's basically just exploiting it. They're basically pinching B main. Nice. PTC, I think he got a bit panicked there as well. Okay, now executing from two sides. You know, 3 people are flanking. We don't have flank info now. Yeah, they're just gonna fight for CT. Good reaction. Or they're just gonna play for post plant. Let's see. Okay, they're just playing for post plant. Okay, this is where I also got mad. I think this is a miscom. Actually, not mad. Actually, this is a miscom. Pure miscom. Yan have a stun. Okay. Basically, Yavi is playing for info here. Okay, and Yan have a stun. He's playing the first contact, and then we have a woman blind as well, right? Let's put it this way. So first is this, and second delay is this. Okay. The problem here is that Omen was smoking. And I think he didn't call the smoke. He didn't call the smoke. So the idea was, we smoke this. If they're going from main, we will flash and we'll fight like this together, you know. But they went upper and he was smoking. Maybe he didn't call. Oh, I'm smoking. That would clearly tell that he cannot flash anymore, right? And they VLT literally peaked at the same moment. If I think Jan knew that he's smoking, he would have used a stun. I don't know what were the comms, but I'm assuming this was the comm, because obviously you would just turn right. It looks like he's just confident that there's gonna be Omen blind from him. See, but all the Mojer was just ready for this slide. By the way, he was just aiming for the slide. You see, so that's good. But yeah, can't do anything now. And they have breach ult because Russ killed, so he got breach ult and he just insta used it, which is so quick, bro. Like you got a kill, you're instantly ready to use the breach ult, which was insane from him.
Don't get the trades. Good spot.
Next round.
Olsen's team was at top 5. They had
Now, oh, it's a pistol round now. Okay, so we're starting with the pistol round. Tables have turned. Let's open the other value plant. We are executing B.
as well, but a stronger attack
Now have a basic vice setup in A.
velocity. And
They're basically doing the same thing. This is a good thing to do, by the way. One player will stay here and one player will cross here. So if they go B, we just open the door and we pinch with B-men guys. And a good setup from NAOS.
Able to connect with the opening shot here as the door opens and twists around. Rusto finding a response back.
I think VLT couldn't have done anything here. They just went into the wrong setup. That's all. Now PTC, this is also a good thing which a lot of players don't do and they should do. As soon as PTC saw everyone there, he just started lurking. You see, to take the space, which is good. There is something which Javi did here, which was like really, really good. So they killed B-main, they just went into mount to keep the C space, to not give them for free. And he's now basically breaking the door. I don't know what were the comms, because a lot of people would just say, oh, he's lurking, A is clear, so I don't need to go and break the door, right? I can just be playing upper or ceiling like this, right? But the reason, maybe in my opinion, why he was breaking the door is so if opponents are going back A and they hear the door breaking sound, okay, they will think close is clear, and then PTC would just get unexpected kills, you know. He won't be expected basically. So yeah, very good thing by Javi. But yeah, good round from NAOS.
in the not so close but also close style.
Hi sir, how are you? Happy? 1 second. Hi sir, how are you? Hope you are free on Sunday for a session on Discord. Yeah, just message me on Discord. We'll schedule. Prop की stream अटक रही है, fix कर लो please. Is it lagging? Wait, let me check. Fix कर लो please. Is it lagging? Let me check.
And then they got 9 rounds in a row on attack.
Fix कर लो
There's a
please.
definite strong velocity.
Oh, it's lagging. I don't know why.
Tournament, right? Different stage.
What? बहुत टाइम से लैग हो रही है क्या? Is it lagging from a long time? I don't know what's happening. The stream's current bitrate is lower than recommended. I don't know why it's lower. Let me just restream because I'm streaming on 10,000 bitrate and I don't think my net is slow. My net is pretty fast. Let me check as well. Thanks a lot. Can you please keep telling me if it's still lagging or no? I'm checking my speed. Otherwise, I'll just restart the stream. Because for me, download is 230 Mbps. Let's see the upload. CyberXT एक बार check करके बताना if it's still lagging. I'll just play the round so you know if it's lagging or no. Because for me, upload is like 230 MPS. Yeah, it's still lagging, right?
Obviously now versing NAOS, who is currently sitting the top of this group.
I'll just restart the stream. Never mind. I don't know what's happening. Am I live again?
With Nongshim Red Force not too far away either. They've got to show up to
मेरे को बताना please if it's still lagging.
need to show that their run
I don't know why it's lagging, man. I have no idea why it's lagging.
is not just a fluke. And I don't believe it is so far. They have been crushing it. Madeline?
Oh my god, this is a disaster. But now it says excellent connection, you know.
But you're always going to sort of walk past these rounds unless some earlier things happen.
Maybe it's display capture. Let me try the window capture. It's display capture.
Both of these teams making some really good decisions, hitting some really good shots, looking very well coordinated. Now essentially fighting for the top seed in the second group, right? In Group B. Madeline just gonna maximize.
Especially with the explosive performance they've already had so far at Ascension.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about what they're doing in this area of gameplay as well, right? They've got their own little identity that they're coming through with this breed.
Okay, let me try to restart the stream again. I think I'll give it like seconds to reset, kind of. Am I live again?
We're putting a lot of reliance on that. We're also making sure that you're hitting your shots, because when you're not
And is the
getting
stream?
dodge,
Oh, it's good now, right?
of course, just while we are in this pistol as well, you're not going to see
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's good now.
They don't need to change anything, but they want to just drill in what they've got here to be very, very
Let's go. Thank you.
Still going to be a very
Thank you for the help, man. I didn't know like कितने time से हो रही थी ये lag. Like I have no idea.
standing up earlier on.
are on PTC who make
Okay. Pistol round we saw. What I basically told in the pistol round was PTC
the name
like taking the space. Okay, a lot of people don't do that. He took the space instantly in A because he saw like all of them in B main, which is a good thing. But at the same time, look what Javi did. They went back, kept the Siemens space, good. But usually, what Fade would do here, he would just watch B main like this or like this, you know. But what he did, he went to break the door, and most of people would say it doesn't make sense because it is already have the aim in space, right? It's so when you break the door, okay, and opponents, if they are going back towards A, okay, and since they're breaking the door, they would think, oh, there is like no one close, you know, so we can just take it free, they're still here. And then this guy would be unexpected and he can just get more kills. So this was really, really good by Javi here.
but again, Russ with such an impressive
Okay, next round. Let's see.
More velocity, but it was
Now says anti-eco.
tournament, right? Different stage, got 9 rounds in a row on attack.
They started S2 here. Yuris playing here on the mound, long range.
But it was also early in the tournament.
No one C. PTC instantly rotated.
Now had the time to do some homework on
Okay.
taking some serious scalps so far. Full sense riddle order. We see now versing
I have a serious problem with what VLT did here. Okay. There's something which they did nice here, but there's something which they didn't do nice here. Okay.
serious scalps so far. Full set.
So the first thing.
they got velocity.
Lightning fast, not buying any flash. Okay. Oh wait, no. Oh, not him. Sorry, Nakia. No, he. Oh, no. Sorry, my bad, guys. My bad. Let's go here. Nakia had his flash. So I have a problem with what NAOS did here, like bad here. Okay, not VLT. Now, what they did good, they decided to fight for the same angle. So Omen fell back here. Wait, let me close my audio. Yeah, he fell back, and look at this. They're basically just connected together, you know, and that is a good thing, but there's something bad in that as well. So now you're choosing to fight for this space. The reason why this is bad, because now opponents can fight you from this angle, from this angle, and from this angle, and just because of that, you cannot focus on the same angles together, you know. And this is basically the blue theory. Like, you remember what I said earlier, that you should always try to fight for the most aggressive space. If you cannot fight for rubble, that's the first priority. You fight for orb. Second priority, if you cannot fight for orb, the third priority is to fight for tree and the front side space like this, right? And if you cannot fight for this, then you go back, right? Because the more space you give, the more uncertainty you will have. When you give them rubble, now they can fight you from this angle and from this angle. And when you give them orb, now they can go like this, they can go like this, right, in this space, and they can go tree. And when you give them orb, now they can go like this, they can go like this, they can go like this, and they can go tree as well. So now you have more angles to watch. You have to be more split up. You have to divide your focus. You cannot fight for the same thing together. And now when you go backside, then you have even more uncertainties. This, you see, so many uncertainties. But mainly talking about side, it was not good because they had to, like, you know, like VLT can come from so many spaces, and we should basically just keep this. Even if he just basically stayed here, he could have just smoked like this. If VLT is going in, he just flash like this or flash like this for his team, you know, and just keep the tree space. Now they can basically fight together long range still, you know. They can even just group up like this. I know he probably just didn't wanted to fight, like, you know, the close range, but I think if we can still find a solution, you know, just let Neon fight there, you be here, you know, and just flash like this if they're going in tree. So it's still long range for Yan, you know, like this. So I think this would have been a better setup. And I think that is why they didn't get punished here, but they could have easily gotten punished. That is the reason I think VLT got 2 kills very easily here. All right, something's happening in this round. NAOS is on bonus, VLT is on full buy, and we're just fighting all into each other. I mean, you know, good kill from Jan, and this was a very good fight from him. He killed their smoker, and even if he died, it's completely fine, you know. You killed their smoker. NAOS, well played, right? Not overcommitting into this duel, like I talked about. You have 2 people, you cannot commit, you know.
Damara obviously on the other side is going to be now heading his way towards breakable.
We have the C-main space with Omen smoke. We have B-main reclear, which is also good. VLT took the space. Now we are basically just playing on complete retake, which is good again, you know. We have the advantage. They have no smoker, they have no flash, like no Omen blind for the post plant. And since they didn't have Omen blind, VLT was forced to use all of their utils, Neon stun and Russ utils as well, right? So they have nothing. They basically just have 1 Fate Brawler for post plant, which is basically nothing, you know. But I don't know why NAOS decided to fight this. Why PTC decided to fight this. This was bad. This was very bad. Like, you literally don't have your teammates yet to, like, you know, play. One thing that Javi did well here, what he did is he is staying here to create an uncertainty, you know. Now this is what I always say, you know. NAOS's composition is not good with retakes. With retake, you only have like Fate Brawlers, or if you still have Neon Stun, then maybe Neon Stun and Euro Flashes, right? Not like you can stun any line with Breach. So NAOS's composition is good for flood-ins, but not for retake. So when you are playing a composition like this and you are forced to give up the whole site, it's good to either retake from multiple angles, which in this round obviously NAOS don't have to do, but what you can still do is you can create uncertainty. Let's say you prowler or you make sound and then you just group up with your teammates. So now the opponents are paranoid that you can retake from this as well. So now basically they have to watch more angles, you know, they have to divide their focus. So whenever you are retaking, try to, and if your composition is not the best for retake, create more uncertainties, create more pressure on the other lanes, and then you can just group up with your team, or you can just go late, you know. I think that's what Javi did here. He just went late from that angle since PTC also died. But I didn't get why PTC just fought that. That was really bad.
At a disadvantage here, but look at this walkthrough.
But this is a good play. This is a good play. Prowler missed him. Okay, Prowler missed him. This is an unexpected play. And now, in my opinion, Javi did a mistake here, and I'll tell you what exactly. So Damara is here.
Around the other side.
It's a 4v. Oh, it's a 5v4. No, it's a 4v4. Lightning Fast is not alive. We don't have Omen. Omen is out of the picture, right? We have 3 players on the site. Yeah, we have 3, and we have like 1 here. Yuru is here. Our Neon died, and our Fade like Vice died as well, right? Now this play is completely unexpected because Prowler also missed him, right? We should just wait for Fade to play first. And this is not these guys' job, you know. It's Javi's job to tell them, wait for me, let me play first, you know. Because you see, they're not expecting him. Plus, this is a bad thing from Rossi, where he's basically not playing out. This is the same thing which I talked about now, says post plant. They're basically funneled here, okay? So there is basically no one fighting from this space, no one really connecting to this angle, you know, like this. So yeah, there should be someone here outside. He can literally just have like his TP and he can play outside and he can just group up again with them.
He might have been able to find some space. The paranoia, it doesn't quite connect on these remaining players. They are in some decent positioning now, but now the Rat will
But you can see, they just played first and that's why they lost. If they would have just waited 1 second, Javi would have said, let me play first. He would have killed one. And the results would be completely different.
Good
synergy has got.
Okay.
Do what he needed to, getting that kill. I throw it on back to what we saw from him.
Let's see the next round.
Here, right? A little bit scared in those sort of moments to go in for a fight.
Okay, this is what NAOS did bad here, okay? NAOS was playing very good attacking half. Their connections fighting together is very, very good. Their creativity is on top, okay? But when we go to defense, last round was also almost good from them, right? And other than the overpeaks. This round, they blundered, and this is not how you play against Breach, okay? When you play against a Breach in defense, or if you play against a Teho in the old patch, okay? The thing is, they're gonna either stun this, or they're gonna do the Teho mollies, you know, in the previous patch. So you cannot be funneled into this position only. And that's what NAOS is doing here. They're only playing from here. When you know there's a breach, you need to have 1 player on the tree door. Like this. You cannot have all the players here. And that's what happened, if you guys can see. Jan took the space towards Rubble, but these guys are just AFK. Because they are completely stunned.
Is with the team on this one, and it's just no difference here around.
I also think
Go in for a fight. So
they took the Omen blind here again, which is a good thing. We are taking utils and fighting. Jan didn't overcommit, so his fight is good there.
he is with the
But
team
I
on
think
this one.
Omen Flash is not the Omen blind is not the best blind for that. I think Yoru blind was much better for that. And I'm just gonna like show a trap play which I made for my team, but I can show this now because this map is fucking out of the map pool and we're not playing this map anymore. So first of all, Yoru blind is better here in this Rebel, so when he peeks, they are completely blinded, not paranoid, you know, because they can see him up close. This is a close angle. So this is also a way to just trap. I'm not saying that they should have done that trap. Even if they just had 1 player here, it would have been better. So they can just fight like this. but this is another alternative which teams can do, especially against breach comp. It's completely different against other comps. If you're playing against breach comp, that means they're gonna take the rubble very fast, or when they take A very fast. So as soon as you position like this, okay, something like this or like this, as soon as you see them going rubble, taking rubble, you throw this wall. Omen is just gonna do this paranoia here across. The smoke is also important. And then Neon will just run and Yoru is just gonna flash through the wall. And now we just fight like this. So this is also like a good trap. But yeah, in my opinion, first they shouldn't have started like on the left side, because they went like AFK for like 3 seconds, and then they should have just taken like a Yoru blind here. So they just got punished here. Good trade by Javi there. Oh, insane kills, man. Insane hold, insane kills. VLT is just forcing it. The problem here is, as you can see, they killed 2 players. Obviously, they hear the Fade Prowler, right? They can be one more. You don't know where's Yoru, right? And you're just solo peeking him. You're just over peeking. You just need to pause. You kill 2. Just pause. Peek the same angle together. And that's what they did wrong, VLT here. There's almost through this. See? They're just solo peeking. This is what Lightning Fast did well. You see, he just jiggled, he waited for his teammate, and then they peeked together. So, well played by Lightning Fast, but others just threw this down, basically. Good kills. Now it's a 2v1, so it's pretty much like, lose for NAOS. But yeah. Let's see what happens actually here. I think they're playing it well. They're just holding to there. PTC is just saving. Next round.
Velocity inside their own region.
I mean, even over in the Vietnam finals for the
Now they have Omen here, but they're not really fighting for Rebel. So this is something else. And they are on Eco. I think this is a trap. I think this is a trap. Okay, they opened the door. This was supposed to be a trap in A. But since no one was there, they just opened the door. They start walking up. Eskiros is on purpose playing Outlaw because he's known they are on Eco. I mean, pretty basic. Eskiros, there's one more here and he died. Okay. Now, the thing is, VLT is going C. Okay. They know Rossi killed 2. And now there's one more there, right? That leaves 2 unspotted people, which is Fade and Vice. You're going to a Vice side, okay? And Fade basically also spotted himself with the Prowler. So we know there are like 2 more people, right? Let's see how VLT plays this round. We don't have Chamber, and we have these 4. I mean, good reaction for VLT to just go C. But I have like some problems with how VLT played this. So far this is good. Okay, so far this is good. This is the problem. So you see, whenever we execute C, right? Usually in an execution we should just go from 2 different angles like this. Either Neon will scale up like this and others just go like this, or maybe Fade will just Prowler and just kind of go late in this position like this, right? Join, which is completely fine, which is what VLT did well there, right? Actually, this round was not needed. Why? Because we know there are only 2 people remaining, and they're on the side, and Fade is here, so it's just better to avoid him and just go in together like this, right? So first they didn't need to go on the right, which is, I think it's still fine because it's just 4v2. It's not really bad. The bad thing is we are not sending any utility. The problem is whenever a person scales right, you need to either give him flash, and since you have breach, maybe you can give him stun, on the right, or a Prowler, right? You just give him some sort of utility so he can scale up like this. He should never go without util. And Damara is waiting. You see, he's basically adding pause here. So it's a good thing from him. You see, he's not really instantly running like a bull. So he added enough pause for his team to just come close and just be tradable or something, you know. The problem is the teammates didn't do any utils. It's not even about Omen, you know, because he cannot flash, otherwise Damara will get blinded. I think Breach also is busy in focusing in this area. I think it should be just Fade prowlering this, and this should be like the basic protocol that we need to give him a prowler. And I think that was the problem why Yan just got punished here. I mean, sorry, Damara got punished here. And I think this will be the reason why VLT just loses this round. They did trade it, but now it's a 2v3. You know, 2v3 is still doable. Especially you just give away the guns. I think that was not a problem, but yeah. So Fade is just playing. Madeline is just playing for Seaman info. Two players are playing together, which is also a good thing. Everything is good here. Good flash, okay? Good delay. The problem is we don't peek together. I think it's a comms gap or something, because Russ on the flash he was trying to peek, but at the same time maybe he said that go back, or someone said chill, go back, you know. I think usually those are the comms in a team, you know, chill, calma, or something like that, you know. I think that was the comms, and that's why Russ kind of overextended in his position, and now he was just going back, and that's why no one was peeking. But it already happened. His peak already happened, and now these guys are just not swinging. And yeah, that's why they isolated the duel. They kill him, and now yeah, NAOS won this. I think it's good to have discipline, but in that scenario, they should have just double peaked. Not gonna lie, they just needed to peak this. Just peek this and kill, double peek, you know. I think it's also fine to just stay passive. So you can just say it's very hindsight and unlucky, a bit of comms gap. So I can just sit here and say that, oh, they should have peaked. Maybe, yeah, that could have been more easier approach. But, you know, sometimes you just get punished because of that as well. So no need to peek as well. So I think it's just unlucky, I will say, for VLT. Overall, the prowler was a mistake, not giving a prowler to the scaler person. Now again, they're doing the same mistake, kind of, not really having someone towards her, but at the same time, I think it's kind of fine because they're not really overextended, you know, they're just staying in this spot. So it's still fine. But unlucky really for VLT. Unlucky. Oh no, actually not unlucky. No one broke the recon. So someone should basically just break the recon. Really good fallback from Jan. Oh, my phone's battery. 5%. Good fallback from Jan. I'll say it's more hindsight. It's like, you know, no one broke the recon. Maybe it's a... Was it a different recon? Nah, it was pretty basic, but still, you know, these kind of things happen. Oh, that's why, because it's not on the top. Okay, so that's the reason why VLT was not able to break the recon. It's not their fault. The recon is literally failed or maybe done on purpose, that it just fucked them. So not VLT's fault. Unlucky for them only, you know. Good fallback from Jan, you see. They're not overfighting this. So this is good protocols from NAOS. They're not overfighting. Usually they're fighting for the same zones. Connections are really good, but sometimes they're just overpeaking. That's the major problem which I see. Okay. Really good kill from Jan there. I mean, it's done. This round is done. It's a 9-9. Let's see what happens after this. Okay, so VLT is on eco, and now says basically playing a B trap. Now, I don't like this B trap, honestly. I really don't like this B trap. There is a reason for that. I'll quickly tell. This is a very one-dimensional B trap, okay? So, they have Fade and Yoru towards A. I think they're taking the A smoke. Yes, they're taking the A smoke. And they have Omen holding the Paranoia here, right? Good for B. really good for B. But what about C main? If they go heavy C, we only have like 2 people to fight here, you know. Or if they, let's say, go C and B together, which usually they're not gonna go around, so that's fine, you know. But maybe NAOS was thinking that we'll just, because it's like long range, we'll just kill them. Maybe that, you know. But really, I think there are like better ways to do this B trap. I think the way I would B trap is just having Vice play here, or if you want, you can just have Yoru play here as well, you know, and just having Fade playing in this spot, I would say. So you can let Yoru play here with Vice Utils, and then Fade can just throw Recon. Same thing, you can like literally condition them the same way. Flash and Recon. Yoru can play aggressive, and then Fade can just join B main like this, and they can play double off angle like this. Or if they go B, you know, he just opens the door and we just fight like this. If they go C, we just flash like this and we fight. We can also one way, so it's like two-way trap, you know, like C and B trap, but this is very one-dimensional. But either way, Yoru is opping. He got blinded, so he falls back. I think again the second priority should be to fight for tree, but that would be a bit more expected, and he can get prollered, so he's basically trying to take this angle. But I think he just gets unlucky. He just gets flashed, I think. Oh, he gets ulted. Okay. So now VLT have ult. So as you can see, they don't have to invest much utils, you see. They don't have to invest Omen Blind, Paranoia. They don't have to invest Breaches utilities. They don't have to invest Amara stun, you know. So they just get the site for free, and now they have very good post plant. The only thing I don't like again is Rossi playing here. Rossi is just playing here. Like, there is no need for that player. We have a good delay, plus we also have breach, so there is plus no need. I think he should just play outside, just buy time, just have this connection with this person, you know, off angle, you know, like this or whatever. But him playing here is bad. But at the same time, like I said, mentioned earlier, since NAOS don't have a retake heavy comp, it's a flood heavy comp, right? And this is what they are doing bad as well here. They're not really exploring more angles. They're just going from one angle only. Let's see if they have big ults. Okay. They have Fade ult. But at the same time, I don't see Fade ult. So they have Fade and Yoru ult. I think it's still fine, no? I think it's still fine. But you know what they could have done extra here? The B players rotating, they could have broken the door. Look, I think this was the main problem. So when you break the door here, you, like I said earlier, it's not a retake heavy comp, but at the same time they have more utils, you know, like Yoru ult and Fade ult, so it's still good for them to retake. But the problem is not exactly the problem, but what they can do better is breaking this door, so there is like uncertainty from this angle as well for VLT, and now they'll have to shift their focus more, you know. But yeah, so they could have easily basically just broken the door and then went CT, and then no one's also going tree. I think this, I mean stairs. I think this is a big problem. Even though they have like multiple ults, you need someone to go from stairs, you know. I think he's trying to play late. That's why. Maybe we could have just prollered that first. Did we have a prowler? If we had a prowler, we could have prowlered this. Then we just ult site, you know. He slowed down by that rolling thunder from Russ, but now Lightning Fast gets 2 back for his troubles. Now 3 versus 2, only with the pistols here. You see, if this play was made earlier, and Eskerosi finally decided to go back, and this wins him the round literally. As you can see, it's a 2v3. Now it's an advantage. Okay, VLT basically not having this line earlier. Okay, and now Rossi decided to go there and he just won the round. But since this lurk was not earlier, like I said, we need to explore more angles, and we needed to like break the door for uncertainty as well. Yeah, that's why he got punished, and now it's a 2v2.
Cracks the head of PTC. And now as they creep in, he's got a perfect wrap.
And now VLT just won a eco round.
Leave it all on Anarchia right now. 72 points of HP. The Prowler will be the lost.
Yeah.
Challenge those. A very required.
Overall, good post plant retake from NAOS, but not exploring angles. Like good idea, but not executing it well. Plus VLT initially they didn't had the right post plant, but then Rossi something came into his mind and he just went and took the best position there.
Really.
But yeah, good appreciation to Rossi for doing that play.
Now there's 4 players that start off over on the other side of the map for now.
Okay, now we just straight up execute C.
There's 4 players that start off over on the other
NAOS is taking A control, and finally they are doing that. So this is good now.
velocity. And now there's 4 players that start off over on the other side of the map.
Tamara is so fast. PTC falls back, which is good. Which is good, he falls back. Okay, and he overextends. Good kill. Okay. You know your rotation is a bit far. They're still not here. They're still not ready to flood in. Good kill. But you could have easily just hide it there, no? And you're just overpeaking. I think maybe their mental kind of went down here. I don't know what's happening. Plus, another thing, if you look, Yuri is lurking. So I don't know if again this was a comms gap, but usually if you are lurking, you would already call your intention that I'm gonna lurk, you know? Because if your teammate is saying, I am gonna lurk, that means you should not fight committedly, especially when you don't have enough people, you know? The reason is because if you fight committedly, you know, and like the trades are happening, this person is basically just good as AFK on the map, you know? So this basically is just not being used. So usually you would just play for retake, you know, and let this guy come close, and then you basically pressure so this guy can try to kill some, you know? Yeah, I don't know if he didn't call that I'm just gonna lurk, but at the same time, I think PTC shouldn't have re-peaked there regardless of if Yoru is lurking or no. But now, these guys, okay? Again, same thing happened wrong.
Get aggressive in towards spawn. I think they absolutely will up on the Seahawks, and we're gonna get all.
Yoru is lurking and we are fighting. This is exactly what I just talked about. Now Yoru is useless on the map. He's literally useless on the map. Plus our fights are also bad here. Now his fights are very bad here. Like first they should have waited for the Yoru lurk. I don't know if he called it or no. If he called it, his intention that he's gonna lurk, we shouldn't have fought that so early. We just need to clear close. Maybe that's like this position is max. We should exceed, you know, since we know they're fighting. Fate just proled, so we know one person is close. Okay, we are not going waterfall, so we can at least wait for our Omen so that he can blind and help, you know. But we are not calling, and we are even just speaking solo. Or even, I don't know if this was calmed. If your duelist wants to go early, if he's feeling it, you just need to say, I'm gonna fight. I'm just gonna go and fight. So when you are fighting, your Omen will just leave everything and just try to go do a flash for you. So if you want to fight that, right, you just call it, I'm gonna fight that, I'm fighting that. He will just do a flash for you then. Either like this or like this, anything, right? But I think he didn't call it, and that is why Omen was just not ready to do this flash even, you know? Because if I'm Omen, I'm hearing my teammate is gonna fight, I'm just gonna flash for him. And Nake had a flash there. So this was like very bad from NAOS. No need to fight, need to wait for Yoru. And if you really want to fight, you need to call early. So we can have some flash. And it can be completely opposite. Maybe Yoru didn't even say that I am lurking, you know, maybe he didn't even call his intention. That can also be a scenario, so we never know.
Go for it together. These are the things we need to start to rope in. These are the things where the pressure scenarios start to get the better of you a little.
Okay, finally NAOS is playing as one tree, but at the same time they're not really fighting for rubble. So that's Fine, I think it's a tree door trap. Okay, so this is very common. They are on eco. This is a common trap which teams do. As soon as the door taps, they would just throw counter util and they would just try to fight. But the execution was wrong here again. I think they're just tilted at this point. They're just trying to win on their own, you know. The problem is, if you are doing a tree door trap and if you blind it as an omen here, right? If there is no smoke here, first of all, I always recommend my players to have a smoke there. But if you don't have a smoke there, right, you don't need to swing first. You open the door, you fight like this, okay? You don't fight unless your teammates are scaling up and they're here already. I don't know why, my session ended. Okay. See, he just overpeaked. He didn't wait for his teammates to peak, like fight first, and he died, and his teammates will just bear the consequences. So that was over peak, overextending from Nakia there. The trap idea was very good. The idea was very good. Okay. The execution was not good there. Last round.
Absolutely do, and mojo is ever so important in a game like Valorant. Having that confidence to flex.
All right, so
And already like this attacking side.
VLT takes the A space again.
Mojo is ever so important in a game
Omen
like
is
Valorant.
starting in C.
That confidence to flex onto the opponent.
I think Yoru TP is here, so that
Like Valorant.
I think because we have to see already.
Confidence to flex onto the opponents. And already Zan is caught. The aftershock may have actually flexed. Mojo is
I don't know what are we fighting for.
On this attacking side.
I think we wanted to fight for Rubble, but since VLT already took the Rubble, we decided to just fight for Orb. But at the same time, they're doing the same mistake where they're not having anyone in tree, you know. So you see, they just get stunned. And now they're basically just AFK, and Yoru just decided to TP back. Yeah, so this is a big problem for NAOS. They aftershocked him as well. He somehow managed to survive, but unlucky for Javi. Unlucky for Javi here. Okay. This smoke is failed. I think his teammate just did this smoke in a hurry. And that's why this is failed. But this still would have worked out well for Jan, you know, because it creates so many angles. So the smoke is usually done here in this spot. So we can isolate this area, you see, in this zone. We can isolate the orb zone because the initial idea was with the Viper wall when teams used to play the Fnatic comp, where we can just open the Viper wall and we can just fight for this orb area, you know, it's basically isolated. So the solution without a Viper is basically this smoke, but he just did it here, which is failed, which would have worked out well, like I said, for Jan, but I think he didn't call that it's failed, or maybe he called it but still Moja overextended. I don't know what the comms were, but he shouldn't have overextended. If it's failed, just let Jan play around it, you know, just let him play. He can have like so many angles. He can play inside the smoke, he can peek like this, he can just go back, hold like this, like so many options for him to do, you know. This was good, but this overpeak was not good. Again, like I said, maybe the Omen didn't call that it's failed. Maybe even if he knew, he just went for the op shot without using a flash, you know. I mean, he didn't have a flash. At the same time, he didn't have to peek there. We know there are multiple there. They'll be holding that. But at the same time, I think he died through the smoke. I think he died through the smoke, or maybe Damara had an angle to see him. I don't exactly know, you know. Maybe he just died through the smoke.
Another shot from SK Rossi as well. A solo walk from the chamber. And 2 versus 5. This just...
Yeah, I think this is just impossible now.
And certainly the man to potentially look to do it. SK Rossi slid on. Now it's going to be the overdrive popped as well. Maybe a chance he does.
Okay, so VLT. All right, so the post plant. All right. I have a problem with the post plant. We are really not connected with Omen here. Oh no, we are. Sorry, my bad. I forgot Rossi's in waterfall. Never mind.
They can
I think it's good. I think it's good.
win it.
We're ready to fight on lightning fastest contact.
5.
Russ is jiggling. Rossi have the deep line, but I think it already got thrown away. Really good fallback from lightning fast there.
Now it's going to be the overdrive.
Very important, you know, very important fallback, and that's why he was able to be traded. That's all. I hope you guys liked it. Whoever was watching, I can see there were like 4 viewers. If you were watching, just type in the chat so I know, and let me know if it was good, if you have any feedback, something which I can do better next time. Arey, Cyber Bhai, thank you so much. Thanks so much for staying. Thank you so much for watching. Shaswat Dikshit. I'll do more for sure. I'll do more. It's a good thing that I got a good feedback from you guys. Like I was literally expecting 0 viewers because usually people don't watch extended VOD reviews, you know. But thank you so much for being here, watching with me, letting me know if my stream was lagging. I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much, man. Love you guys too. You guys are the reason why I keep doing this content, you know. Otherwise I would be just very private. So yeah, thank you so much for supporting. I'll bring back, I think I will watch the boom one, but I think VLT lost pretty bad there. Maybe I'll try to make a short video. I'll see if it's worth watching that. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye. I'll see you in the next one.